videos. So I want to talk about the twins, right? I've done a few videos about the twins, but the twins, a lot of people are asking me if the twins were still worth investing in 2022, right? So if we look at the twins, right? So these are what I said, Lars and Krista, the twins. They are a really good team. Like I said, they're both mages. They have nice compliments. Like I said, Krista has an ability that puts on watermarks. Lars has also can put on watermarks as ult, and then his lightning bolt. Enemies' watermarks are prioritized. It deals damage. And this one also, if enemies the watermark deal more damage, stun them for a long period of time. So those watermarks, Bryce said his lightning does more damage to enemies with watermarks. They stun longer. So there's synergy that way. The artifacts, Lars buffs magical penetration. Krista buffs magic attack. So there's a lot of synergy there. They just have, like I said, in Krista's ice shards, like I said, they don't do a lot, but when Lars ults, he moves the whole enemy team around, which rakes the heroes over those frozen needles. Right. So they're just really efficient. They do a lot of damage, and they're just, like I said, one of the most efficient DPS combos in the game. And Krista's practically another tank because she has this ice armor that absorbs a lot of damage. And she just has really tanky stats in general. Said she has a lot of health and stuff, and I have, like I said, I've been working a bit on her patron tree, but she's just, like I said, so these are just a really good team. And like I said, if you have mages here, this is a defending team. I have Kane here, right? The biggest issue with the problem though with hero a team like Lars and Krista right now is right. Well, it's been kind of a problem for about a year, but it's really become more of a problem post-Biscuit, post-Ascension, right? Because now there's more options. Biscuit has opened up other options to other teams because now you can actually have an answer to Sebastian. And Ascension has just made a lot of heroes a lot tougher. But let's see what I got lost to, right? So, right, here's the thing. Isaac is pretty good versus the twins teams, right? And like I said, the video I did, or the last video I did, was about Isaac and how you should have him, how he's a really good hero. And that's the thing with guild raids, Ascension, guild raids, Isaac's a lot stronger post Ascension because of more health, stronger he gets. He also got a magic defense skin recently, which also just makes him better versus mages in general. Some people, thought getting him the mage skin's bad or whatever. That's just bad advice. Anyone tells you not to get the magic defense skin on Isaac is giving you bad advice. You shouldn't listen to them. But no, because that helps him a lot. Just makes his game that versus mages that much better. And like I said, but because everybody's leveling Isaac for the guild boss, almost everybody has Isaac or they're working on Isaac, which just makes the twins kind of a bad defending team. Twins are still really good for getting wins on attack. If you're attacking, your twins are still very, very, very good for that. And you can still use twins on defense. You probably just can't use twins on defense with Celeste. If I had Thea here instead, this probably is fine. So you can't just use twins plus Celeste. That's where the biggest issue is, because Isaac really counters Celeste. Twins, like I said, because not a lot of damage happens till Lars ults, you can get away with, having a different healer, but it's because of Celeste attacking with her basic physical attack that does a lot, or basic magic, her basic attack does magic damage. It does a lot of magic damage, and that right there is the biggest part of the reason why Isaac is so good versus her. Isaac's pretty much a hard counter to her, or really close to it. So that's one of the biggest reasons why you wouldn't want to level the twins right now. Is they're kind of a one-way team. They're good, still a great attacking team. But with post-Biscuit and stuff, there's other options now. Where I said Arachnamaya, I've had a lot of success with Arachnamaya these days. That's probably my favorite pet team anyway. I've always been a big fan of Arachnamaya. I've never been the biggest fan of the twins. I use the twins because they're good and we're going to be wins. Like I said, I haven't touched my arena defense in a long time, so I use them on arena defense just because it's not a line I'm probably going to use in Guild Wars. So any fights I lose in arena, not a big deal. But I really like this team. With you usually you'll use Arachne. I'll have Maya sometimes with Biscuit, right? Sometimes you'll put Biscuit on Aurora or something, right? And then have Albus here, or it just really depends. Like this is a really good mage combo and stuff like that. You have Biscuit to patron to open up the space for heroes like Arachne. She's actually a warrior. She's a controlled warrior hero. Um, but like I said, she does magic damage. Like I said, there's just other options now. Like I said, it's just with Sebastian being able to be countered. Sebastian's still the best hero in the game. You still need to have Sebastian, but he's not quite as oppressive as he used to be. Right, there's, like I said, Biscuit Patron is a soft counter versus Sebastian, which helps strip off the Ode to Serenity buff, which allows you to allows you to land some status effects on him, lands on the other team, which allows a hero to like Isaac to have more space, allows Arachne to have more space, etc. There's just like a lot of other reasons. But there's just, like I said, it's just, the metagame's a lot more open now. Like the days when, every guild was using, like I said, there was a time, right, in 2020. This was, like I said, actually we should go current because, like Guild War, like, here's team in 2020. This right here, these 5 here, this was the best team in the whole game. Absolutely. There was a time when there was the best team in the game, and it was these 5 heroes. Right, you would put like I said, you'd see every guild in Gold League would have like 7 or 8 or 9, sometimes like 10 plus of the same 5 heroes on Guild War defense. This is before this is after Axel was around, but before Isaac was around. Isaac kind of was the great equalizer, kind of helped bring some balance. Biscuit Patrons open up more, and now post Ascension, everybody has Isaac. So now twins are being hunted. Right, so I still think twins are, they're better than a lot of these mages. Like, if you go, like I said, there's a whole lot of mages here. Like, wrong button. Tree. Like, see the mage? Like, you have a whole lot of mages. Like, a lot of these mages are still pretty meh. Like, Peppy, like, Judge. Judge actually got a buff, but he's, like I said, you really need a lot of investment to make good. I still don't think he's quite worth it. Lilith, I just, like I said, she's really not worth it either. But some of these mages aren't that worth it. But there's just other options, like I said, Arachne and Maya, neither of them are actually mages. Maya's a healer, Arachne's a control. Leanne's a very good choice for magic damage teams. Leanne's a very powerful hero. She's another one, especially post Biscuit, and again, easier to land her stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's any mages that way, but yeah, so it's just like I said, there's just more options. Like twins are just not the all overall best team, and they're pretty much only good on attack these days. They're not bad defense team. No, don't get me wrong. They're actually not a bad defensive. You can do a lot worse. Like Kark teams, the Yasmin teams, etc. They're worse on defense than I'd say twins bot time, just because physical attacking teams. I'll do a video about physical attacking teams because physical attacking teams are kind of, they've been in a bad place for a long time. Isaac's helped give them some space, but I still don't really recommend physical attacking teams. Right? It's like if you can do pure damage, that's usually best. But like I said, you have other things like Arachne, Leanne, stuff that can do magic damage. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video informative. Thank you for watching.